Welcome to the Scatterpot podcast. I am one of the hosts, Josh Lee.
No. You have to do the intro of what the Scatterpot podcast is.
I was going to do that after our announcements of our names.
Fine. I am Kanan Hanley.
Wow, look at that introduction. And I'm David.
And this is the Scatterpot podcast, where we scatter you all over the place, just like a nice, fresh, organic bar soap on your nasty, hairy body. That one wasn't very good.
Ugh.
That one was just creepy.
Hey, at least it's...
The cringiest of openings. That's what I'm going to start doing.
Dude,
just the cringiest
hey, but think about this.
possible.
If you keep these up, we can eventually make a compilation of all our openings.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Hey, funny, cringy thing for you today. I guess it's not cringy. It's just fun fact. You can buy fruit at the grocery stores.
Wait, you can buy fruit? You didn't know this?
No. Just a fun fact. Just a fun fact.
Okay.
That's not a fun fact. Everyone knows you can buy fruit at a grocery store. Where do you think you get fruit from? Josh.
I'm full of this knowledge.
Josh didn't go to college.
About to go back for design school.
So hold on. As Josh said, welcome to the Scatterpot podcast. Today is a special day for two different reasons. Two different reasons today, and this episode's a special one.
Because I can count to 2, but not 5.
Well, hold on. Also, as we said before, we do 5-second countdown. Josh held up 10 fingers.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And like Huber and I had this concerned look, like, is he about to count to 10 and not 5?
Guys.
No. So yeah.
Wait, that's a USB microphone.
So actually, 3 special reasons. Josh counted to 5. Second reason is we got a new table.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow us at Instagram at Scatterpot_podcast, you can have seen me and Josh assemble this beautiful table.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Beautiful table. It'll only give you splinters in certain spots.
Yes.
So
Well, that's your fault. You're supposed to do a second sanding.
but dude, when there's gouges in it, you can't really sand that.
Okay. I guess
Like
I can give you a
the
break.
flat parts won't give you splinters. Ow, splinter. But
It's nice though.
it is nice.
If not the feels and whatever else,
looks
it
nice.
looks incredible for a Costco black folding table. The black's not important. I am not racist.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored by Costco
No, we are not.
or Home Depot.
No. But we are sponsored by the clearance section.
We are sponsored by the
not
clearance. But we're also sponsored by my basement that had all the other stuff we used.
Thank you, basement.
There you go.
Brought to you by we are actually sponsored by my basement.
Amen.
Without my basement, where would we record?
Das ist the basement.
Das ist the basement.
Yeah.
So, gosh, every time I look over at Huber, he's doing something.
See, when we get cameras in the next
Yeah,
few weeks.
Wait, hold on. When did you episode 8?
Huber promised us episode 8.
Huber promised episode 8 we'd get cameras, and this is episode 5.
So, Kanan, I really believe, since Huber kind of did that, don't
You
we
believe
think
it
we
should be
should
Huber's-
pass the
Yeah, it should be
responsibility
Huber's
of cameras to him?
I just need Legos.
This man hasn't even
Just
he
need
didn't
Legos.
he didn't chip in with the table. He didn't chip in with time to build it. He is a freeloading co-host.
I'm sorry. I go to college in the morning and then work all day and then go home.
Your excuses
Uh-huh.
sicken my bowels.
Okay.
Hold on. I never got to the third reason why this episode's special.
Oh yeah.
Kanan, please.
Oh, I just realized
engage us.
there's more things that make this episode special, but one thing.
There are a lot, yeah.
Yeah, because you have a special
I
thing
have a
for the
very
episode.
special announcement.
So, one thing that's super special about this podcast, this is going to be the first time that we are timely and in relevance with something that's going on recently.
Yes.
And this is only because this episode comes out Monday, April the 9th? Is that a Monday?
I don't know. Are we
The 8th.
timestamping
The
our-
8th.
we timestamp-
Well, no, I mean, this episode comes out on the 8th. We're not saying when we're recording it.
Could be today.
Yes, it definitely, we recorded this Monday, April 8th. Josh, why do you look so confuzzled?
I don't know.
Did it take you? All right. So this episode comes out the 8th, which means this past weekend, Shazam came out in theaters. And one of us, me,
Yes.
got to go to an early screening of Shazam so we can talk about it.
Yeah, and it won't be spoilers.
No, we won't do spoilers. But guess what? This is going to be the first time we're on time with something and not like weeks after it happened. So,
Yeah.
any questions for you guys from Shazam-based questions?
Is this a generic superhero movie?
Yes, but in all the right ways.
In all the right ways, how?
So this movie, it one thing that really thrives for this movie for me is that it doesn't try to connect itself to the DC universe, except until the end credit scene that connects to the DC universe. But like, the whole movie takes place in the DC universe, but it's more in the sense of like, oh, Superman and Batman exist. That's cool. Like it's never like
Spider-Man with Iron Man. Like Spider-Man's like, dude, Iron Man's dope.
sort of, yeah, actually sort of like that. So like it's very self-contained in its own world. Zachary Levi does a great job as Shazam, as basically a 15-year-old kid in an adult man's body.
There you go.
And it's just a fun movie. It's great. I enjoyed it a lot. It's my favorite, it's my second favorite, if not my favorite DC movie. You gotta realize, past all this stuff, I can't see what Josh is doing with his hands below the table. What are you doing, Josh?
I took my watch off because it was very noisy, and I laid it down, and then Huber's thieving old man eyes looked upon it, and I was like sliding it away from his gaze.
So any other questions about Shazam?
I did have a question because I was curious to know, is this more of like another origin story for a superhero?
Yes, but the thing is that, do any of you know the origin story of Shazam?
Not really. I mean,
So,
I knew that
like,
he was a
it's
cool
welcome.
hero, but I just didn't. I don't know anything about his origin.
So
at
like
all.
it's a welcome origin story. Like that's the thing. Everyone's like another origin story, but if you don't know the origin story, it's cool. It's just like we've seen the Batman and Spider-Man origin stories multiple times.
Mhm.
Everyone knows Martha gets shot, and everyone knows Uncle Ben dies.
What?
Huber just got spoiled for all things Spider-Man and Batman.
The Spider-Verse has been distraught for him. It is distraught.
Yeah. No, yeah, Shazam, good movie. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen Shazam, go to your local theater and see it. It's worth it. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. It's one of my favorite DC EU movies, because I mean Dark Knight trilogy is the best, but that's not in the extended universe. So
Yeah.
I mean it's like Wonder Woman and Shazam keep on taking first and second. Then there's Aquaman, Justice League, and the others.
And the others.
And the others. But yes, Shazam's a really good movie. Now let's go back to Huber. Well, actually, hold on. Let's go back in time to episode 1. I know. I think Huber and I both got. Is it from Dylan?
Yes. Okay. Ignored.
Ignore. So, but Josh.
Straight ignore.
Josh.
Yes, yes.
Let's go back in time for a second
Okay.
to the first episode we recorded.
All right, I'm back.
Do you? Wow. Nothing's changed. We got a new table.
Wait, yeah, the table.
What happened
the table
to the
should
table?
be- a mic
Oh,
should have
wait a
fallen.
minute. Hold on. When did Huber get a microphone?
Yeah.
But if you remember, do you remember what our first episode was called?
Actually, no.
It was called Reality TV and Cookie Butter.
Oh my god. I already know.
Huber, pull that thing out of your butthole.
No,
Huber
what can,
finally got Cookie Butter.
what can I dip it in? I
He
wanted.
just got spoons.
Oh,
I mean, it's.
I wanted a biscuit.
We don't have this. That's up the spoons.
So we find if you haven't listened to our first episode,
Oh, crap.
I'll eat it. It's my asbestos.
It's my best.
Okay.
So basically, that's why it got us all waters. So Huber finally, he bought Cookie Butter a while ago. He just has been forgetting.
Oh, wait.
No, wait, that's your spoon. Just hand
your spoon.
hand Josh the jar. So we finally got Cookie Butter. Huber's had it for a couple weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
You just haven't brought it yet. Hold on.
Thick.
Is it glass jar too?
Yeah.
That's a glass. That's fantastic. So guys,
How much
welcome.
Cookie Butter did you eat? Huber?
Welcome to Snack
Those are
Time
roots.
with the Scatterpot podcast,
So,
where
yeah,
we
we-
taste of the treats.
The Cookie Butter.
ASMR.
Is that ginger?
Yes,
It's
remember?
Gingerbread?
I remember in the first podcast, I remember this because when I re-listened to it, I thought, why was that a fact that I gave? But it's made with gingerbread,
Yeah,
which is
gingerbread
which
and-
is
It
a
literally
wonderful
tastes
flavor.
like just gooey gingerbread.
Yeah,
men.
that's literally what it is.
It tastes like the batter to a nice Christmas gingerbread cake.
What do you put this on?
I have no idea, but apparently nachos and waffles, and
What madman is putting this on nachos?
it was in the description. It was in the description on that news article I read. I remember it because I
Gosh,
was
this
like,
stuff
I
is
want
thick,
to try this on.
THI
Yeah, that's why.
triple C thick. Yeah, I'm glad I brought down waters. Holy crap! It legit.
Where are these going?
I just
Like
am
no, for those of you at home, imagine the consistency of peanut butter, but just straight gingerbread.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is.
that is a thick boy. That is good though. It's really yummy.
Uh-huh.
Like
Well,
I
it's 'cause I like
genuinely like
gingerbread.
it. Gingerbread's good. Gingerbread is one of my favorite like treats like out of cookies. Like I do not like sugar cookies. I think sugar cookies are just way too sweet and obnoxious.
You don't
of
like
course I don't like
chocolate.
chocolate, so like chocolate chip cookies are just not a
I was about to say
fan.
chocolate chip cookies are still the best cookies, but I forgot you don't like chocolate.
But I do enjoy what's it called? Oatmeal cookies as well. I like oatmeal cookies,
Almond cookies aren't bad.
especially the frosted ones.
Yeah. You can get this on Amazon for $11. It comes with Prime if you have Prime.
I love
It'll be
Prime.
there in 2 days.
Now, do you want to know what's so funny about this? Even though we mentioned it only in our first episode, I've been putting cookie butter in our tags for all our episodes until up until now.
Oh no.
So like it'll be all our tags and whatever we talked about that week, and then cookie butter. I've been so like, it's, gosh, it feels weird just to eat this all like.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's actually extremely satisfying.
I know.
Like I could, if Hannah could catch me eating something like shamefully, like like I'm in the corner, like just munching on it, it'd be cookie butter because
How
I would just
often
be
does that
in
happen, Josh?
Well, sometimes I'll like hide gummy worms from her because we both love gummies
Like
so
trolleys?
much. Yes. And I freeze them, so I hide
Wait.
them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Freeze them.
I love freezing
I've
gummies.
never heard freeze.
And I would put them in like stash them away somewhere in the freezer, and then I would, on a certain occasion, I would like pull them out, and I would sit in my office and close the door, and while I'm working on stuff, I would eat my gummies, and then she'd
You
come
whip out your
in.
gummy worm.
She would come in, and I would just like throw a book over them, like, "Hey, babe," and she's like, "Why did you just do that?"
Are you
I was
playing
like,
with your gummy worm?
I was like, "What do you got underneath the book, Josh?" And I'm like, "Babe, I don't know what you're talking about." And she's like, "I know you got gummy worms in there." I said, "How'd you know?" And she's like, "I saw a piece of the wrapper on the floor." I was like, "Frick."
Rappers will always rat you out.
Yes, unless you throw them away and strategically stash it in the trash can, which I've done.
Man. Hold on. Jesus, cookie butter's like. Huber's already finished it. He's grown accustomed to the cookie butter.
Yeah. You know how to suck it. That's what she said.
Yuck. You just made.
What's up?
You just disgrossed me out.
I did
am
not
feeling-
degrossed you.
No. All right. So we had something planned last week. We teased something last week.
What did we tease?
Did we?
Yeah.
I actually have no idea what
I
we're talking
forgot.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Now I
Okay, I was
remember.
about to say. I'm like, yeah, I hope
Yeah.
you remember because this required some prep work.
I had a lot going on today. All right.
Oh.
a lot
Did
going
you
on
prep
today.
it though, Huber?
I did.
Josh?
Hubert. Josh.
I know Huber did.
Yeah, I did.
Because Huber texted me like as soon as I told him like, hey, make sure you have this ready, and he goes, done, and I'm like,
done.
I did it in the library.
at GGC's library. So last week we teased that we would discuss our top 10 animes.
That's why I had both hands up with two full 5 hands. That's why I did that.
Is that really? Is that
two
the
full
excuse?
5 hands for 10 anime.
That's
No.
that's the title.
Two
Two whole 5 hands.
2 whole 5 hands
There you
for
go.
10 animes.
Well, so far a lot of my quotes have been the title. So
Well, 1.
yes, 1.
A lot. That's 20.
But
That's 20%.
I talked about cookie butter and it became a title. So 3. I'm counting this one too.
We haven't named this episode
Shh.
yet.
This will help you name the episode.
Oh.
I just wish we had cameras,
Yeah,
dang
we
it.
need cameras, man.
I'm like holding this spoon like an elegant human being. And I'm just.
That ginger.
Anyways, continue.
We
Kenny.
talked about we're going to mention our top 10 animes. Now, this is funny. So, Huber mentioned that he believes our lists are going to be similar. And that's because you and I have both seen most of the same shows.
Yeah.
And then we also are fans of the same things. So, Huber, I actually want you to guess what shows are in our top 10s.
Well, of course.
And so, here's the thing. Here's the rules. You don't have to get them in the right order.
Yeah.
Just if you get the show in the top 10.
Now, did you do, for instance, Sword Art Online? Is that just as a one whole show, or you?
So I did my list based on whole shows.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
My list was based
All right.
on whole shows.
So my first one, Sword Art Online.
You believe that's in our top 10s?
Yes, I have. Yes,
Okay.
My Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen. I'm trying to think of what you've seen and what you've seen at the same time.
It's mostly the same things. There are very few shows. There are some shows in my top 10 I'm pretty sure Josh has not seen. And I'm pretty sure you have some shows in your top 10 that you believe I haven't seen.
See, I don't. Watch...
Oh, all the shows you think I've seen that are.
Well,
in your top
maybe. I don't know. I mean, I genuinely like went through and I was like, because I remember I had like multiple lists and I just kind of like had everything listed out that I considered like to be, and they were like reoccurring ones, but whichever ones I saw again. And I just remembered the emotion I had when I watched it. I did that. What is that Asian lady off Netflix who was like, "You hold it, you feel it. If it brings you joy, you keep it.
Oh, I know what
If it brings you no joy, you thank it for its service and you pass it on."
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about it? It's super big.
Yeah.
It's hey, what is the name of that game that you said got huge on internet? You're like me right now. You're out of the loop. Feel it.
Oh, I know what he's talking. We're talking about Josh Lee being an old man.
I am.
Yeah, we'll cover that. All right. So so the way I was thinking about how we do. So wait, any other shows? So you believe?
Sword Art, My Hero. I want to say I don't watch mainstream animes, so I'm just gonna name a couple of them. Attack on Titan, Soul Eater. What else is there? What other mainstream ones is there?
And I can't believe you think we're all just mainstream plebs.
Mainstream.
Josh
eat
is probably the more
mainstream
mainstream
for
pleb of
breakfast.
the two of us.
I've watched much anime, but there are a lot of mainstream shows that I consider to be just ones that I watched at a time in my life when it was just like, that is a dang good
and
show.
like here's the thing, mainstream becomes anime. Anime becomes mainstream because it's good. So like there are, I'm trying to think
I
of my
agree.
list. I think there's 2 mainstream shows on my list.
There's.
I'm double checking my list.
There's
as I say this.
one. Well, there's 2, but I'll explain when it gets to my turn.
Because the way I'm thinking about us doing this is each of us start with our number 10s. What in God's name did you just throw da like your microphone?
He said, "Habe, habe, ha."
Come
I did a combo, hit it up, hit it down, and then boom.
Why didn't we just push the do cameras now?
Because he
Well-
gave us a time and he gave us the boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hubert, you are our overlord. I hate you.
That may or may not be on my list.
Overlord. I forgot about how good of a show that is too.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
I know, like, I was
I
like,
didn't put it on my
when I
list.
thought about it, I was like, oh, Overlord, I changed my entire.
See, the thing is that Overlord. Well, I'll explain how I did my list, but yeah, I'm gonna just letting you know in the YouTube version, I'm gonna put this little video clip in here. And this is why we need cameras here.
Yes.
Did you clap
done
so we
acting
can
now.
hold the audio?
I'm on camera.
Did you clap so we can hold the audio?
Dude, I'm just gonna wing it.
That's good.
Oh, thank you for making my job
You're welcome.
easier. All right. So
Who would like to begin? Josh? Kanan?
so let's
Hubert,
hold on.
you go
Everyone
first.
pull up your lists.
I?
Well,
Hubert guessed ours a little bit, so I want him to go first.
So what
Just to see if there's anything that repeats on mine.
So the thing is that
Since
start
I'm
with your number
mainstream.
10. What's your number 10 show?
Me? Now this is when I said I had 2 sort of. Mine is Sword Art, except It's the Gun Gale only. I said just this part.
Only season 2, part 1.
And how do you feel about the Gun Gale that came out as like a side
I've not
arc?
seen it.
It's
Oh
really
no, the
good.
show.
Gun Gale Online.
Is it Gun Gale?
Mhm.
I thought it was Sword Art. Like, is it really just Gun Gale?
Yeah.
I thought it was Sword Art Alternative.
That's the subtitle. So it's Gun Gale Online Sword Art Alternative.
I think the anime is just called Sword Art Online.
Because it's on Netflix now. So
yeah,
you can,
I saw that it's on Netflix.
Yeah, if you see the title, it says Gun Gale
That's
Online.
like okay, I know of that. So that's what's your number 10? It's just the
Just the
Gun Gale
arc.
Online arc.
Yeah.
Josh, what's your number 10?
My like last on the list.
Mm-hmm.
7 Deadly Sins.
Oh. I didn't know Josh was that mainstream of a pleb.
Oh my god. I stumbled onto it, and I was like, "This is a dang good show."
Stumbled onto it. It's like everywhere on Netflix. Like if you open
Well,
up
now it is. I remember when I was watching it. I don't know if I didn't have Netflix or I don't know because I was just on the surfing of my anime sites, and I just saw it, and I said, "This looks interesting."
So I make fun of you for that, even though my number 10 is a semi-mainstream show, but I don't think either of you have seen it. My number 10 is Your Lie in April.
Oh.
Oh, the movie?
Oh.
No,
really?
it's a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a 22 episode show.
Yeah, I've heard of
I've
it.
not expected you to want to watch that or to watch that and
no,
enjoy it.
I just remember.
Well, you know what? You
I
like
just remembered
Clannad, so it makes
shows.
sense to me now.
See, like here's the issue. So this is the problem with making a list. You remember shows afterwards. So I did it the smartest way. I literally have
Yeah,
a
he
list of
created a
all the
roster.
shows. I have literally a list of all my shows, and I knocked them down to like the top 40 shows. And then I threw the top 40 shows in a round robin tournament, which means every single show fought the other show at one point, so I could find who the ultimate champion is of my shows. So I can find the one show that is truly my number one.
Mm-hmm.
And Your Lie in April came out at number 10. I am going to honorable mention to my number 11, which was Real Life. Real Life was my number 11.
I was thinking about putting it in there as well, and it turned out I just was like, you know what?
Well, the thing is, I don't even like the Real Life season until you watch the 4 episodes that came out on the Blu-ray.
Oh, really? Why?
So like Real Life is a story, Huber, a basic like high school love story, where there's a twist in it that like you find out in the beginning, but I'm not going to spoil that twist. It's a high school love story, but it ends at a festival, like every other high school love story that's 12 episodes long. It ends at a festival, and you're just like, boo. But then they had 4 episodes on the Blu-ray. Huber's just remembering like, all these shows.
Calm yourself.
So, and then they released 4 episodes on the Blu-ray, and those episodes wrapped up the series. All right, Hubert, you're number 9 after that aneurysm you just had.
I just remembered Angel Beats. I totally.
You didn't have Angel Beats in your.
No.
Dude, Angel Beats was on my.
I just remember the ending. It was,
I would have, but I was like, nah. I don't know. I remember just the fun time we had watching Angel Beats and how funny it was to watch it. You remember that, Kanan? Did we just binge it? Like,
Well, hold on. We were
did we have an anime party with it?
No, we were supposed to watch Sword Art Online, season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Noah Davis wasn't there on time.
Right.
So we were trying to delay until there, and we went to Barnes & Noble, looked through all the mangas. We saw an Angel Beat prequel manga.
We did. I remember that.
So the thing is, we went back to your house, and we had to wait on Noah Davis for a couple, and we just watched like 2-3 episodes of it.
And like all I remember is one of the funniest episodes was that dude with the axe. I cannot remember his name to save my life, but he's spinning it outside the window, and he just drops it and goes, "Dang it!"
No, yeah, Angel Beats is a fun show. Huber, what's your number 9?
all right, number 9. This may come as a surprise. It is Devil is a Part-Timer.
Oh,
That's a really good show.
I
I like that show a lot.
It's not a bad show. It's one of those shows where they knew what they were doing in terms of a 12-episode anime and a story. They knew how to progress it along enough to where stuff was happening every episode, but then not rush it all. So I think
That's the thing with most like 12 episode animes. They're either some of the best or the worst, and it's because they either know what they're doing and they finish it well, or they're like, we'll get a second season.
yeah.
we promise after we get bankrupt.
But also, Devil's Part-Timer deserves a spot on your list just for the joke of McDonald's and Kentucky Fried
Oh, yeah,
Chicken.
dude.
I love Kentucky Fried Chicken so much.
All right, Josh, what's your number 9?
All right. This may actually be a pretty big shock to you, but Assassination Classroom.
That's not a big surprise to me.
Good.
Because I've seen Assassination Classroom, and it definitely deserves to be.
It deserves to be in the top 10.
echelon. Oh yeah.
But like I was like not expecting at first when I was thinking of the list. I was like, dude, Assassination Classroom's gonna be up there. But then it turned out I was like, you know what? Actually, is gonna hit number 9. That's where it's gonna be on my list.
So my number 9 ended up.
And I
being...
mean both seasons too. Just be.
Well, yeah, like the whole story is both
course.
seasons. Like it's not like.
I already know Kanan's first.
Yes, you know my first humor.
Oh, no.
My number 1 has been my number 1 since I've watched it. It has gone. It went undefeated in this round robin bracket. There was not a single show I liked.
You
more
just
than...
saw it and were like, yes.
No, I legit liked it more than the others. So Hubert, don't spoil my number 1. Okay, don't spoil it.
I won't.
Because Josh doesn't know it. So my number 9 was a show actually I watched recently, Made in Abyss.
Oh yeah.
That made my number 9.
You recommended it. I haven't watched it yet.
There's so many made. I don't know if this is a made anime, but there's so many like made animes.
Well, no, it's
His
not
is
like
like
it's not-
MADE.
It's made as in like I made something.
MADE, like made, like she was
Yeah.
created in
Like
Abyss.
Made in Abyss is really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The only thing that upsets me is that first season came out and it ends like at a very crucial point, and they're like, we're getting a second season, which they are apparently, but they're like, but first we're gonna release a movie.
Boom.
So, Made in Abyss sequel movie is apparently coming out late this year, and I will see it. All right, number 8, Huber.
I can hear the echo of your voice through the headset.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
can
through
hear
the headset.
But I think our mics can pick it up too.
No, it can't.
Okay. Anyway.
Because we would hear it again and again and again. It would be an endless loop.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. An endless loop of us.
Go.
Before I go to my number 8, he did his number 11. I will say my honorable mention will be How Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
I'm glad that didn't make your top 10. I was really scared that was going to make your top 10.
It's a pretty good show, but you can definitely tell
Taru?
Can you
Taru?
Taru where they put the
Animation.
budgets. Yes, you can tell where they put their budget. Anyways, going on to my number
8.
8.
Can I give my honorable mention really quick, just for the kicks and giggles? It's actually Goblin Slayer.
Your number 8's Goblin Slayer?
No, my
Or your
honorable mention's Goblin Slayer.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Josh likes Goblin Rape. Good to know.
Shut up.
All right.
I do not.
All right, my number 8.
I like justice and vengeance.
In Goblin Rape.
Shut up. No, I do not. Do
Um,
not speak lies.
it would have been higher, but there's so many. I don't want to say better. You can't. Anyway,
Just number 8.
Konosuba. That was very nice.
I was expecting Konosuba to be higher on your list, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There were some shows in the lower part of my list that I'm like, I wish this was higher, but legit, like I was doing round robin, so every show faced each other at one point, and
It was fair.
yeah, that's
It
fair.
was as fair as you
All right,
can
Josh,
get.
you're number 8.
My number 8 is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Ooh, that's really good. I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
So good.
It's also mainstream pleb.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, it is not.
I don't
Yes,
watch
it
mainstream.
It is a classic. I remember watching, and this is why like I have such sentiment toward it, because I remember watching it late nights on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
And I
Brotherhood
just
was on
remember
Adult Swim.
seeing like this suited up armor dude. I was like, this is the coolest show ever. And then I found out it was like a little kid voice. I was like, this is the weirdest show. But then I just I watched the whole thing through, and I was like, this is great. And then when it came back out again on
Netflix.
I was like, yes.
No, what is it? My favorite, my favorite moment in that show is at the very end when Colonel Mustang is standing over
Spoilers.
the grave of X. You know who X is.
Spoilers.
And he's with Lieutenant, forget what her name is, and he goes,
Hawkeye.
Huh?
Hawkeye.
Is that her name?
Well, that's her nickname.
Yeah, but what's
it's
her
like
Lieutenant what?
Lieutenant Rize.
That's it. And so like he's standing there and he says, "It's sad that it's raining today." And she's like, "Sir, it's not raining." And he's just crying and he says, "It is raining." And I'm just like, "Oh."
That is a good
I
moment.
love that moment. All right.
That show in total was just so well done.
Brotherhood, only Brotherhood though.
Yeah,
The other one gets a little.
I remember watching it, I was like, this is too it was
Yeah.
it was everywhere.
Yeah, so Brotherhood, that's great. My number 8, you may be surprised it's this low on the list, Sword Art Online.
What? Wow.
And that's because legit, I could be biased and put it up higher, but there were legit 7 shows that I liked more than SM.
Well, you did it fairly. Like
I did
super
a
fairly.
100% fair unbiased list.
I'm pissed because I asked you twice to send me the link to it, and you never did. And
No,
I forgive you.
You never did.
We were on the phone. Remember, we talked for like an hour and a half, and I said
Did I really
twice on the phone call, please
You know
send
what,
it to
Huber,
me.
you're number 7.
All right.
Like as I was discussing,
My
I
number
realized
7. Wow, I can't believe this is so high up there. My Hero Academia.
Woohoo!
mainstream
Yes.
garbage.
Yeah, it is mainstream, but it's one of the ones that, like, okay, I would say the first season, the first half of the first season was super slow,
Yes.
and I almost quit because it was really boring to me. But then it got really entertaining, and then second season got really entertaining, and third season,
Took off.
And then the movie.
and then the movie.
Oh, you haven't seen the
I
movie
haven't
yet.
seen-
God.
I haven't seen the movie.
And then the 4th season, at least of what I've read of the manga so far,
Fourth season is like
it's gonna be lit.
When
So-
Deku becomes, All Might, right?
No, yeah.
Closer.
But the thing is also, I'm just gonna say this. I like, as I said before, mainstream shows, they're mainstream because they're good.
yeah.
I'm just going to shoot one mainstream show. This isn't my number. This isn't even in my top 10. I'm just gonna shoot this mainstream show in the foot, and the ankle, and the knee, and the gut, because it sucks.
Oh God. Here we go.
Attack on Titan.
Oh no!
Is that your number 7, Josh, or 8? What are we on? 8? Yeah.
No, we're on
No, 7.
7.
We're on 7.
My 7 is Erased.
That it's that low on your list. I was expecting Erased to be higher on your list.
I loved Erased. Erased
loved-
has a special place in my heart, and that's why it's in the top 10. But it is in number 7 because I have shows above it that I genuinely liked more.
See, the thing is that also, but let me just say my thing. Attack on Titan, I think the first season is fine.
Goosebumps. I
It
remember
is-
watching. I was like, "This is a great show."
Season 1 is fine. It is quality. It's good. It's fine. It's watchable.
Season
And
2 was hard.
Season 2 and season 3.
Season 3. Ooh.
Season 3 part 1. Season
Got
3
me
part
ripe.
2 is coming out soon.
Oh yeah, part 2. But I've read way past that in the
See,
manga.
but the thing is that like seasons 2 and 3, hot garbo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hot garbo. But my number 7 is a classic that all of us have seen, all 3 of us. Danganronpa.
Wow.
Forgot about
Okay.
that.
I wanted to put it in my top 10. I was like, you know what? Genuinely got shows in here. They just take over the spot. But I do give that credit. Danganronpa, fantastic show.
Mhm.
Danganronpa is great.
Based off of a video game, which is freaking awesome.
Danganronpa is great. It's fantastic. I enjoy it a lot. Second season doesn't hold up as well as the first season, but each season has a great mystery in it, and it's fun. It's great, awesome, great. I enjoyed Danganronpa. It's got fun, colorful characters. Josh, why are you both doing
My
this?
spine hurts real bad, so I'm
I
stretching
have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, our seating
Huber, you
arrangement's
could
not
totally
ideal.
scoot over.
I could. Well, I'll do it next week.
Well, I mean, Hubert, right now you could move that box like between the wall and you, and like
It would
move
fall.
that.
It would totally fall. 100%.
No, it's not that.
We will try this later, boys and girls.
Yeah, we'll mess around with the setup later.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Yeah, 6.
Number 6.
I don't think either one of you have. Josh may have seen it, but
I bet
know
you I
Karen
have.
hasn't.
Oh,
Go
you
on.
sure about that?
I'm very
Do
sure
it.
about that.
Uh-huh.
Do it.
Tokyo Ravens.
Yes.
Tokyo Raven.
Great show, actually.
Yeah,
That's
um,
surprising
I
that you
haven't
put it
watched
on
it yet.
there.
I said, well, I left a little note. I said you have to look up because the anime doesn't have a real ending. It has it ends like in the second to last manga, so you have to look up. The ending still didn't make sense because a certain character, something happens, and then that character, something happens again, and then you're like, wait, what? And then, I had to read so many things, and it still didn't make sense.
No, and is it Ravens? Like, is it pronounced differently? Because what is the Japanese for it? Isn't it like Tokyo Majin? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't think I watched the sub
I'm
and
gonna
they
check
never
real quick.
mentioned.
Really? Let me check it again because I think I
they
knew what you were
mention
talking
Ravens?
about.
They never mentioned Ravens. They were, I'm pretty sure they never did. They were all. You could see them flying around.
Yeah, they were. If I am on the same wavelength as you,
Mm-hmm.
I just need to check. All right, let's see here. So mine. What was
Yeah,
mine?
your
Number
number
6? My number 6. I don't know if you may have seen it, but I know you haven't. It's Re:Zero. Have you not seen it either?
I have not seen it. Is that the one with the Reem and?
Yeah, that's Rem.
I plan on watching that.
They're doing like a collaboration with Overlord.
Oh, I saw
Konosuba,
that. I cannot wait for that.
Oh,
and
wait,
ReZero. So you have to watch ReZero
can-
now
can-
because
I
it's
know,
in that
I
Well,
collab.
here's the thing. Can we all take a moment to say how hype we are for that show?
Dude, oh.
When does it come out? Or is it already airing?
The
It comes
collaboration
out in
one?
July?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. What
June?
shows? It's Konosuba, Overlord, ReZero.
I think that's it.
There's one. I think there's one.
There's
more.
one more show.
There can't be. I was watching a video about it. I think
a
it's just
trailer
those
came
three.
out.
I think it's just those three. At least I think.
What's the show called? I forget.
It starts with an I.
Hold on. I'm just gonna look up Overlord, Konosuba,
I literally can't wait for Kazuma.
and hold on. It's
and Ainz.
wait. I'm assuming this is all. Oh, and then I've seen the show, Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it is. That's the other.
Yeah, because I just looked at the picture and it's her demonic little eye.
I haven't watched that show, so I do need to watch that show too now.
So the thing is that Saga of Tanya of Evil, it's a fine show.
Oh,
It's yeah, no, don't look behind that couch. But that couch, Huber, you might want to just burn that water bottle. You can take mine. I haven't opened this one yet.
Okay.
It's like, dude, let me tell you, back behind that couch there was like life growing.
All right, so I have not seen
see
Tokyo Ravens. I have not seen Tokyo
You've
Ravens. No.
Oh.
I watched a show called Tokyo Majins, and that's what I was thinking of because I was like, maybe that's the word. And when you were describing the main character, they literally go through same things where you're like, what is wrong with him? And I still don't understand. It's like he got it solved, but there's still a problem. I don't know. But that was so my bad. I am not on the same wavelength.
I do recommend it though, but you have to look up the ending because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense.
So
All right, so
What are we on?
6.
6.
Oh, and my number 6.
Yes.
My number 6. Oh gosh, I like lost my list for a second. Hold on. My number 6 is Assassination Classroom.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic show.
There you go.
It's so good.
All right. Well,
I recommend you watch it. It was My Hero Academia before My Hero Academia, My Hero Academia.
as you said, we're on the top 5 now.
It really was My Hero Academia before My Hero Academia because
All the characters were
all the
mhm.
class, all the
Oh, yeah.
story between the classmates. It was,
And then
that's a
there was
good,
like rivalry between the classes, and all the classes were very well developed. It was great. It's My Hero Academia before My Hero Academia, My Hero Academia. But can we admit Korra Sensei?
Morgan.
Can we admit Korra Sensei is a better teacher than All Might? Korra Sensei is the best teacher
yes,
of
we
all
can.
time. I was about to
Yes,
say.
we can.
To be-
My
TB,
emotions were pulling it back, but I agree.
Dude, all right.
TBD.
Top
TBD.
number. Wait. Top 5.
Give us the number 5.
Number 5.
Mine is Overlord series.
Overlord is.
I mean, there's
really,
if
really
you've
good.
seen it, you understand. If you haven't, you
There's-
don't understand.
Now I'm gonna tell you, Overlord was my number 12, and so the thing is, the reason why
And you
Overlord
love that
fell
show.
so
You
well,
talked so highly of it to me.
Oh no, Overlord is so great. The only
It's so
reason it
good.
fell is because season 3 has CGI usage
Oh,
in the
it's
Dark
bad.
Youngs
They
and the
just did it-
Goblins.
If they worked on it one more month,
Like, because here's the thing,
One
like,
more month.
because
I
it's the
agree.
Goblin Army, which is very bad.
I thought that was fine.
We'll look at
Which
it
one?
again.
Are you talking about like
The
the army, the actual army?
the army of goblins.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, the army of goblins where they copied and pasted the same shiny dude, and then can we talk about the Dark Youngs and the freaking
that's pretty
goat
bad.
beasts, which in the manga are these visceral, face morphing black creatures with teeth that terrify you, but in the anime they're like a black
And their
ball of-
teeth are straight across. They
Well,
look
and-
like
and-
it's in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it's one of those creatures that has this like straight teeth.
one of the 7 deadly sins.
I think so.
Uh,
I think it's like the homunculus in the flask on that series because I know he's like, oh, spoiler, sorry. But I mean, he is like the big bad boss, right?
Yeah.
So he's the big bad boss father. But
Oh,
before,
I know what
when
you're talking
they
about,
go
yeah.
back to the
but
time
just
period,
imagine that, but like looking
Right.
like he wobbles like this.
I agree because that's what I saw. I was like, that looks kind of like a monster in
Now,
Full Metal
I'm
Alchemist.
just gonna I'm gonna tell you my favorite Full Metal Alchemist joke. Anime is full of cat girls, and people ask where our dog girl's at. Full Metal Alchemist gave us
I've
our
heard
dog
this.
girl.
I
And
don't-
Full Metal Alchemist gave us a dog girl.
Apparently,
the Chimera that was murdered.
Oh no, Huber hasn't seen Full Metal Alchemist.
Apparently
Oh.
something bad happens there.
Oh yeah, no.
It
Full Metal
broke my
Alchemist
heart.
gives us a dog girl, but everyone complained.
Oh, I would have. I complained bad.
Granted,
I was
we
raging
also got
Cajun.
dog girls in No Game No Life.
There's a raccoon girl in The Rising of the Shield
dogs
Hero.
or foxes.
I think they're beasts. That's what they're called. They're called like the beast people.
Oh.
They're furries, but but there's a lot of dogness.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We
don't have time. All right,
So,
Josh, you're
that
number
was
five.
number 5. My number 5 is One Punch Man.
Ooh. Okay.
It speaks for itself. I
Yeah,
wanted to put it
basically.
higher on the list, but I know that I have shows that top it, unfortunately. But One Punch Man, that is like one of my most consistent shows
Wait.
that I go back to and rewatch.
Now, have you seen the trailer for the second season?
Yes. But I've read that far in the manga, so.
Well, but here's the thing. I'm excited for it, but did you see the change in animation style?
No, I have not yet.
Have you seen the trailer?
I've seen the stuff for the trailer. I just haven't
Oh.
watched it.
See, the thing is that the trailer itself has very different animation style, and I
Oh,
don't
no.
like it.
Oh,
It's sort of like Tokyo Ghoul to Tokyo Ghoul Re.
No.
Look at you're gonna hate it.
Oh no.
Look it up right now.
And
while I
everyone was
talk
talking
number five.
about how they were kind of worried about the new studio that was going to take
Well,
it
the
over.
thing is, you can't blame the studio, because
I do.
I blame the studio.
Well, no, because here's the
Are
thing.
they not talented enough to know how to do it again?
Hold on, but no. Let me explain.
I'm
this.
sorry, that was
it's-
so mean.
So
Just
One Punch
pissed
Man.
on their art.
One Punch Man looked great.
Yeah.
They passed it off to another studio, and that studio this season doesn't look so great in the trailer. But the studio that did make One Punch Man are releasing a show right now that looks like utter garbage. It literally just depends on the team working on it, so I don't like to blame the studio. But on another note, my number 5 is Akame ga Kill.
Okay.
Darn good show.
Darn
Keeps you
good
on the edge of your seat.
It does.
All right, Hubert, give us your number 4.
Number 4.
Mine's Future Diary.
Oh my
Really?
god. That
Yeah.
did not even get close to my top 10.
Dude, no.
I love that show for a season, and then I rewatched it and was like, I hate this show.
No, let me say.
I really liked it.
I liked Future Diary a lot, but that doesn't stop the fact that it was literally the bottom of my top 40. It literally, hold on, let me see. Future Diary did not win a single match. Oh wait, it won one match. I don't know what it beat, but ended up at the bottom.
Oof.
Yeah, so I understand why you enjoy it, but it's too weird, if that makes sense.
I guess that's why I liked it.
Well,
It was different from what I've seen.
I liked Future Diary up until the end. Do you remember what happens at the end?
It's been out for a long time, so there's no spoilers. Anyways,
Yeah,
have
with
you
the
seen
whole
Yeah.
it? Okay.
so with the multiple realities, but then
Yeah, and then he
he
went to the next reality.
well no, she won. Won.
She was from the first one.
She won the first,
Won the first.
in World One.
She
wins.
became that. You know?
Yes, because she backed Yuki. She
Yeah.
stabbed him or
World
something.
2, Yuki wins, and she dies.
Yes.
And World 3, he takes, from World
World-
3 and makes another World 2.
Yeah.
And then,
But then
doesn't that end there?
Yeah.
Well,
Because he's just God in the
from
distance.
World 1 goes to World 2, kills of World 2, so
Yeah.
Yuki of World 2 can win.
Yes. Yes.
And then Yuki gets alone and is tired of jerking off, and then he's like, you know what? Bring her back.
All right, I don't remember that part of the anime.
I don't either.
Don't you remember that when he sit in that dark
You guys
room?
ready for my number 4?
Yeah,
That's
your
gonna
number
trigger.
4.
It's gonna trigger some emotions.
Eh.
For my number 4, it is Attack on Titan series.
Oh, man.
And I've gotten way farther than the manga, but I have to admit, the animation in season 3, like it was
The show
good,
in season 2
and the
3.
show, like if you read the manga's good. The manga makes
But that's
it
not what we're rating.
great. I know.
We're rating anime.
Hubert, you need to stop. I despise you.
All right.
We removed him of his squeaky thing.
I know
but
he
what
has. Why don't we get him a fidget spinner?
we need.
Alright,
My
Go
number
ahead.
4 is Angel Beats.
Aww.
We already talked about this. Moving on.
Go. Hubert.
Great show.
Number
Yeah,
3.
that's the
Dude,
one I
that-
remembered.
See, I just love that show. Great show. Fantastic
this?
show.
I think you guys would
Top
be
3.
surprised.
Y'all gotta freak out about this one.
Oh
You ready?
no.
Mm-hmm.
Kill la Kill.
Oh.
Now, before y'all say, "Oh, you're doing it for the fans,"
That movie's rapey.
No.
Well, that show is.
Yeah,
that show. Excuse me.
There was one part where
Super
with the mother,
rapey.
and
Super rapey.
The other one was like, whoa.
It disturbed me in so many levels.
But hold on, I will say this: as someone who watched all of Kill la Kill, there is something to enjoy in that show.
Yeah, like I said, it has a good story. It has humor here and there, and yes, there is fan service because you could. It's literally.
Their whole movement is get naked,
and then you have Nudist Beach, which was pretty funny.
No, Nudist Beach, that group. Well, that was only because the guy's nipples sparkled.
Yeah, his nipples and sparkle, dude.
Every time he'd remove his shirt, it's like
it would like slip off.
No, that's my favorite scene in the show because he's just like, "Oh hi," and his shirt's falling off, and his nipples are shining like the brightest, like the light of seven suns.
Disclaimer: these guys do not speak for me. I think that show is garbage, personally.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's.
I
understand. I understand why Huber likes it.
No, I don't like it at all. But that's okay.
Well,
you're entitled to like what you like.
Didn't finish it.
I did not.
After
that rapey scene, I said, "Screw this."
What were you talking about?
The one where it's the mom and the daughter, and that she's like,
"Oh, that was almost toward the end."
Yeah, I was so close to finishing. I saw that scene and said, "Screw this."
I will say that was a pretty rough scene.
I mean, honestly.
So that was your number 3.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill.
So here's my number 3.
Number 3.
This might shock you guys, but it's a good one. Mob Psycho 100 series. Because season 2 is out.
I know, but like, why do you have to specify? Like, we're just referring to the show as a general.
I know, because a lot of people might be like, "Yeah, it's just 12 episodes," but it's a series.
Mob Psycho is great. I love Mob Psycho 100.
Season 2, literally, so funny.
Is it really?
Oh my god!
I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Watch the season 2, episode 2. I was watching it while doing dishes, and I cried out laughing. And my wife's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I'm just laughing at anime." And she's like, "You nerd."
This is my thing I remember about Mob Psycho 100. I watched that like almost a year or two ago. The one thing that always weirded me out is how manly everyone's hands are. Everyone has like these man hands, and they're all they're all like middle schoolers, and they have like the hand of like 40-year-old men. And it's funny, so like he's a psychic, and so he does a lot of hand gestures, and it's just like, I am the face of a child, but look at my hand. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Disclaimer. My number 10 is actually not 7 Deadly Sins, it's ping pong.
Noted. Editor will put that back.
Wait, you're telling me you've watched ping pong?
It is so good. The animation is disgusting. It is not pretty.
No, it is awful.
It is one of the... I mean, if you give it the time, the story... Oh my god, the story is emotional. It's about ping pong. But like, you wouldn't expect it, but it's so good. It's like Karate Kid for ping
number
pong.
10?
Yes. I think it's so... I wanted to make it higher, but I was like, I have to boot one of these off. So I thought 7 Deadly Sins. Screw that. Ping pong's better. I would put ping pong at my number. Honestly, I'd put it number 3, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it number 10.
Huber, have you seen what the animation style for ping pong looks like?
Heard of this.
Dude, you need to just explore. Because you're the one who encouraged me when we were in high school. Huber encouraged me to check out animation that I didn't like, and because I did that, I discovered ping pong. I watched ping pong, and I loved it. I'd watch it again.
It's called Ping Pong the animation, right?
Yes, I think I actually might just be called ping pong, but it might be the animation.
Well, you probably like Huber. This is ping pong. This is what it looks like.
Oh, I've seen pictures of that.
It's like the most.
There's a lot of memes I think for it, but it's super funny. It's super funny.
Like Beavis and Butthead. But look at this. Look at this GIF.
That's literally perfect.
It's so good. It is.
I'm gonna have to watch that now.
Please do. It's so good. We just need to have an AP party with it. I think
we should.
That'd be so good.
Actually, we could just the 3 of us have an AP party of ping pong.
Mm-hmm.
How long is ping pong?
It's 12 episodes.
12 episodes?
Wait. I think it's 12 episodes. I might be wrong.
All right. Moving on to my number 3. And we have to speed around this because we've been recording for a hot minute.
How long?
Well, it's hard to tell because we had that like 5-minute rant in the beginning that's not in the episode. So like we're probably like 40 something minutes.
Oh yeah, we need to.
So number 3. My number 3 is Erased.
Okay.
I love that show.
I genuinely love that show.
It's so good. And I showed it to my brother, and he said, "There should be a second season." And I went, "Nope, nope,
doesn't need it. We don't want it. If they make it, I'm not gonna watch it. Maybe,
dude,
I probably will."
Never having a show like made me be so like
content.
Well, but like so without spoiling anything, I'm just gonna say that because all of us have seen it, but I'll be as vague as possible. So without spoiling anything, not the final episode, but the episode before the final episode, when things go back to like saucy bits, and like, and this is important, and like you're angry because you're like what's going on, and you're just like, and then there's that moment when you realize that things are clicking back together, and you're just like, yes. All right, Huber, you're number 2.
I wish we had cameras.
Number 2.
Number 2.
My description for this is my heart.
My heart.
Heaven's Lost Property.
Really?
Yes. I
love that show.
Enjoyed it.
I love that show, except that it didn't get a proper ending.
That's literally why I said my heart. Because in season 2, at the very end...
Wait, is there a second season?
There's 2 seasons. And I'll explain why. And there's the first season, and then there's the second season. And at the very end of the second season, there's literally a trailer for scenes for the third season, right? And then the company went bankrupt.
But they got a movie.
Exactly. And
because have you watched the movie?
No, I'm not watching the movie.
So the movie is like, so here's the thing that sucks about the movie. I've seen it. The movie it ends the show. But like only the first 10 and the last 10 minutes are actually like the end of the show.
Yeah.
Because that middle bit is like filler. Like just funny scenes that got cut out that would have been the third season. But like, and the ending is so rushed, and like Huber, I agree. If Heaven's Lost Property got like the proper ending it deserved, it would have probably made it on my list. But the thing is that like, as much as I love that show, it did not get the proper ending. So like, bang, got spiked out of my top 10.
Yeah, dude. It's just because a certain character, something happened to her.
What?
Icarus?
Yeah. Well, not in the movie. They don't do that in the movie.
In the manga.
Well, yeah, in the manga. Well, like in the movie they do that.
We're talking about anime, not manga.
No, so like the thing is that Icarus. Spoiler alert for a show that nobody watched because the company went bankrupt.
Yep.
Icarus dies.
She died for her. I don't want to say owner or master, but that's what it is.
Well, it's owner / master, but it grows into love. That's the thing.
True love.
At the very end, the way the movie does it is that like all of the world is dying. The world is getting sucked into a black hole essentially.
Yep.
And then she needs to go and drop, forget what the main character's name, in heaven, because heaven's like the safe place, and that's the only place that's not getting destroyed. But since she's like a rejected angel, she can't get into heaven, so she flies up and throws him in there, and then she gets eaten up by the black hole. That's how the movie did it, at least.
Aww.
My heart.
I know.
Anyways,
so that was your number 2. Number 2.
Number 2. It is finally coming up, and I call this my little what is it? Would you say yours was like an explanation?
Yeah, like summary.
Yeah, here's a little summary of my emotions toward it. The show that rocketed me into anime after the only thing I knew really was Naruto.
Oh, I know exactly which one this is.
Sword Art Online.
Yep.
The whole dang thing.
You know what? Unless you surprise me with your number 1, I'm proud Naruto didn't make your top 10.
Yeah, I had a Naruto and Bleach in my top 10, and then I went, because remember I told you about my multiple lists, and I said, actually, you know what? Those are just good shows that I genuinely love because they have emotional attachment. But these other shows, they've fully taken the spotlight of them. And Bleach is darn good. Like I enjoy Bleach a lot, like a lot. But yeah, Sword Art Online is my number 2 because I remember how I literally got the fattest amount of goosebumps watching that first episode, not knowing anything about the show except video games and reality.
That's the thing. I love Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online's so good. I love the movie, the 2 seasons. I haven't seen the 3rd season yet. But, alright. So, my number 2. Any guesses on what my number 2 is? Huber knows what my number 1 is, but can you guess what my number 2 is based on what show I have not said? No guess?
Not for me.
It's a pretty obvious one when you think about it. But it's a show that I have not said on the list yet. That you're like, that's definitely in Kanan's top 10. But he hasn't said it yet. It's not my number 1. You know what my number 1 is.
Oh, yeah. I should know it. Soul Eater?
No. Soul Eater, the ending... Soul Eater got kicked out of my top 10.
I don't know.
All right, my number 2 is My Hero Academia.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
I don't know what your number 1 is anymore.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no,
No.
you don't know. You haven't seen my number 1.
Oh man,
Huber's only seen half of my number 1.
I saw the first season.
Okay, Huber.
Hold on.
My Hero Academia speaks for itself.
My Hero Academia is so good. If you have not watched My Hero Academia, watch it if you're an anime fan or not.
If you haven't seen it yet, say it's mainstream and don't watch it. Trust me.
No, what it is one of the best.
You'll eventually
currently
get sucked back
airing
in.
shows. No, it's one of the best currently airing shows ever.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it is. Hold on, can you name one show that's currently airing still that is better than My Hero Academia?
Right now,
Yeah.
Love is War.
I haven't watched
no-
that. What is that?
I haven't watched it either.
Well, here's the. Let me rephrase that. Ongoing series. Love is War is 1 season. Love is War is
Overlord.
really good. Overlord? Really? My Hero Academia has looked beautiful every season.
Oh yeah.
I think My Hero Academia is better than Overlord. All right, but
Number
now
1.
numero uno. Huber.
You already know. It's a Kame Got Kill.
Wow.
No, I knew this was
Yes.
his number 1. I actually did.
I am shocked, but I
It's
love
one
it.
of his favorite shows.
It's a darn good show.
It's one of my favorite shows because it literally takes all of the categories you can put into one anime, and it's not overly done in any of those
it's
categories.
really well done.
And apparently there's a prequel to the series that is being written
Yeah.
right now.
Akame Zero.
Kame Got Kill 0, yeah.
Huber actually has the manga.
It's ongoing.
You have
right now.
you have most of the manga for
The-
Akame ga Kill.
Yeah,
right?
half of it.
And now it's funny because I have most of the manga for My Hero Academia, which actually just got the news volume today. And so, but actually, before we go on to Josh's number 1, favorite character that's in Night Raid of Akame ga Kill,
Akame, man. How could you
excluding Akame
not? I don't even think
and Tatsumi, excluding those two.
Man.
Who's your favorite in
favorite?
In Night Raid? And of course you can pick the dead characters. Ba-dum-bum. Who's your number 1?
See, I mean, Love was alright, but he's not my favorite character. And then you got I forgot her name. The
Who?
pink hair, the pink dress,
Mine?
pink hair. Yeah, mine. And then, honestly, I think, Leona.
Leone?
'Cause
or
she's just-
Leona or whatever.
She's just funny.
All right.
Her dialogue was written well.
Josh, who's your favorite character besides Tatsumi and Akame in Night Raid? Oh, wait. In Night Raid.
In Night
I know
Raid.
what your answer is, you little perv. In Night
And
Raid.
Night Raid.
He's going to say as death that that skank.
Mine.
Mine's your favorite.
Yeah.
I'm glad when she died.
Hey, spoiler.
There's one that died like on the 3rd or 4th episode,
That was
man.
bro.
No,
No, Shell. That was Shell.
Shell died first.
Shell
she was first death.
Yeah, she got.
She was first blood.
She got by the dog.
Yeah. All
dude,
right.
that was the stupidest. death I've
So
ever
wait.
seen.
So you gave your favorite character. Did you already give yours?
Not yet.
I go.
I already know.
He knows what mine is.
No, it's not.
No,
it's love.
it's
It's my string boy
The
Love.
one he's like, I want to peek at the girls in the hot tub.
No, Love is the funniest character on that show, and
Oh,
like,
man.
and also it's just so funny because at multiple Chick-fil-A's I've used the name Love.
No, I know. During the basketball season, you would do that.
Yeah. All right, Josh,
your
who's
number 1?
your numero uno?
I honestly have
in the mix.
no idea.
Wait,
No idea.
hold on, I want to see.
My Hero Academia.
I knew it because I'm like he hasn't said it yet.
I
And
haven't said it yet. It is the So just another thing into Josh's memory lane. Stumbled onto it when I was just like I wanted to find a new anime, so I was looking and I saw it and I saw the animation style, and I kid you not, it was right after Huber had just expressed me try new animation style, and I said, fine, I'll try this one. And boy, did the Lord work in mysterious ways,
No,
because that show has consistently
Mhm.
just like, even I don't know why, Huber, because like you said, the first few episodes were slow.
Yeah.
After the first and second episode, I was like, and those were the only 2 episodes out that I watched. It was only episode 1 and 2. I waited weekly for the next one and the next one, because I was like, this is so good.
See, the thing is that what happened is I heard in my academia,
I
heard
feels,
it was really
man.
good.
All the feels.
I heard it was really good, and then I was over at your house, and then you were like, Kanan, let's watch.
I literally was like, you need to watch this, you need to watch this.
And so we watched like 3 episodes, and then I caught up and I'm like, this show's great. And then you and I were both like, this is the next big show. And it was.
Now everyone's calling it the next Naruto because they're going to have a ton of episodes for it.
But here's the thing. This is the cool part.
In length, not in stupidity of episodes.
But here's the cool part. We'll be on the wave with this, so people who come to it like years down the line are like, there's like 700 episodes of My Hero Academia, and we're like, it's all great.
Watch from episode 1.
You gotta watch from episode 1, season 1.
I'm going to tell you about my emotional feels in episode 1.
Do not skip a single episode.
Yep. All right.
Wait, can we, hold on. I just want to say this. I was just thinking back on emotional, like, fun moments. Do you remember how you and I found a race, Josh?
Yeah.
That was so...
It
Josh
was beautiful.
and I were planning on going to see Sword Art Online, the movie. But then,
Daddy-o, Kenny-o.
Daddy had to be able to nub cake. And then you and I were so pissed. We cooked a pizza, and I'm like, let's watch this show. I heard it's good. And we watched, like, the first 4 episodes. We're like, this show's great!
No, we didn't watch the first 4. We watched, like, the first, like, I think we almost got halfway.
I don't remember how many episodes we got, but then I remember that weekend you and I finished it, and we came into school on Monday.
And we were like, oh my god,
this was great. But my numero uno. Wait, hold on. I want Josh to guess.
I literally can't think about
I'll
it.
give you a hint. It's a slice of life.
Oh, piss on my pants. It's Clannad!
Yes!
Yeah, dude.
Numero uno!
I hate this.
Clannad, undefeated, never lost.
I can't believe that.
Dude,
oh my
it
gosh.
is so good. But here's the thing. Huber doesn't like because he doesn't like slice of life. Josh,
it's just too slow.
You'd like it.
I only like certain slice of life. I do not. I tried to watch Clannad. Granted, I jumped in at a random place for no good reason. I saw a baseball game. I said, screw this.
Second season, first episode.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Like. And originally you were against it because of its animation style. Where's the freaking dry animation styles you don't like now, Josh?
Uh-oh.
I don't like it because it's what it is. Okay?
Clannad.
I have a nasty, hateful bias toward Clannad for no good reason. I don't even know why I don't like it. I just know anytime I hear Clannad, I'm just like, I scowl.
Now, like, here's the thing. Huber doesn't like slice of life, and this is the rest of this episode, which is already way too long.
Yeah, this is pretty long.
After this, we gotta just wrap it up.
No, but here's the thing: like, just the rest of this is just an ad to you for Clannad, Josh.
No, screw that.
Because Huber doesn't like it. Okay, he doesn't like slice of life. Noah Davis doesn't like slice of life. Noah Davis watched both seasons, and he admits he's like, it's not my cup of tea, but I understand why you like it, Kanan. Sort of like Huber and Kill la Kill. I understand why Huber likes it, even though it's not my cup of tea. Josh, you will like Clannad. Watch it.
I will not. And I reject that. Okay, so at the Jesus closing.
Wait, hold on. I don't think we have time. Like,
it's going to be real quick. I just wanted to give you guys a really funny...
Josh never did the banner.
I never did the banner. It's happening. I will...
Potentially it'll be up when this episode's out, right, Josh?
How about I work really hard to get it done by the end of when we meet next for another podcast? Not.
You mean next week?
Yes. But not to be talked about next week as being finished, but like the next week.
So in 2 weeks it'll be done.
Exactly.
Okay.
In 2 weeks.
I'm so confused.
In 2 weeks it'll be done.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from this episode. So episode 8 we're getting cameras. Episode 9 we'll have a banner.
Yeah. What episode are we recording currently?
Oh wait, no. We're recording.
This is 5 right now.
So episode
8.
7.
Episode 8, I'll have it ready.
Episode 8 will have cameras. Episode 7 will have.
Yes, episode 7 will have a banner.
Yeah, because episode 2 weeks, episode 7. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus closing.
So Jesus closing. I was on the Instagrams and I saw this post from one of these like hashtags I follow because I'm sorry, but I genuinely don't think our president is the greatest president of all time, but has he made some good decisions? Yes. But I follow this one that kind of talks about him, and someone posted Obama kicked out Jesus and Trump invited him back in, and I had one comment on there, and this is what I said. neither did anything with Jesus. Neither of them have the power to do anything with Jesus. I said, Jesus is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. They submit to him. And then another guy commented on my comment and said, if Jesus ain't documented, Trump ain't letting him in. And I knew what he was playing at. And I said, if Trump ain't documented, Jesus ain't letting him in. And I was just like, John Cena.
All right.
But anyways, guys, that's just a little reference as literally we cannot have anyone at all. Jesus is Lord of Lords, King of Kings, and that's the God we serve.
All right. So in closing, I have been Kanan.
And I've been the Josh Lee.
And I have been David. And you can find us on SoundCloud at Scatterpot Podcast, YouTube at The Scatterpot Podcast, and Instagram at Scatterpot_podcast.
We will work on that and hopefully get better in future episodes.
Yes.
It'll be better next week.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I gotta go take a pee-pee.
Big pee-pee.
All right.
Hey, Papa Cannon Hanley, I want some spaghetti.